My name's Sean Chelfin, and I am sending this as a complaint to the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, Homeland Security, FBI, Michigan State Police. I allege and believe through my own personal experience that I have caught Expedia hijacking domains on an epic scale through my own personal experience. They are hijacking parked domains and taking that domain and putting it in their URL as a script. Now, they're doing that to every one of my domains. And I just caught them. On top of that, they're redirecting websites. They're redirecting their competitors' websites, I've noticed through my own experience. They're doing that to my websites. And I caught them on video using the Tor browser. Now, for 2 years, I've tried to get hotels.viajes to pull with a generic search. It wouldn't pull because Expedia is stealing hotels.viajes search. But they're doing that to all of my sites. And their hackers, Chris Ishmael and Ross Weber of ClickTripZ in Manhattan Beach, California, they're the ones doing it for Expedia. Now, Ross Weber is a former Kayak executive, and he's working for the Kayak as well. I've caught Ross Weber stealing my traffic and sending it to Booking.com and Kayak. For 2 years, I tried to get hotels.viajes to pull on a generic search. And 2 nights ago, it did for the first time. And during that, the day led up to that, I complained to Darren Ruse of GoDaddy, my VIP, whatever rep, Premier Services rep, who has not helped me in 2 years. He's done nothing but C-block me when I've mentioned to him anything about hacking. And for the last 2 days, because all calls are being recorded for quality and training purposes, that's the message you get before the calls start. And I said, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. Didn't seem to object. They recorded the call, and so did I. And so Darren won't listen to anything I say regarding hacking. And I believe I have caught Expedia hijacking domains along with Kayak, but not nearly as rampant as Expedia. But that's because I didn't find it. There's something unique here. Most of the domains that were hijacked are either from GoDaddy or Uniregistry. I put 795 directed by DNS servers right at Uniregistry so they would put the URL online. They never did that. What they did, I believe, is the same thing they're doing with some of the domains that I found that are hijacked. They're sticking those domains, those hijacked credentials, into the URL of Expedia's. And they're stealing the search of parked domains. I will explain it in this entire video. Now, I explained that to Darren 2 days ago. Darren Ruse, GoDaddy. And he got really the friction started, which I think is bizarre. And you know what he said to me after I told him that I believed this was an Expedia hack, he said, don't believe in what you see. Don't believe what you see. That's what he said. So I got that on recording just for entertainment and kicks. But I'm going to tell you right now, Hotels.viajes for the first time in 2 years was Googled after I told him how I believed Expedia is stealing park domains. Now, I'm not saying Darren is involved in this, but it wouldn't surprise me if he is. But I asked for him to transfer me to SEO so I could get an explanation here. He wouldn't. His boss, he wouldn't. He was C-blocking. He's been C-blocking me for 2 years. I'm asking the FBI to interview Frank Schilling. I've talked to Frank Schilling, and I told him our understanding was that these would be URLs posted so I would receive a commission. I didn't get one commission for a year on 795 domains because I allege he was putting the credentials, the search portion of a domain, the real estate, the valuable real estate in the URL of Expedia, and they were benefiting from it. This all started with Tom Parker in 2016, September 1st, 2016. And from then, Tom Parker has attempted to steal from me. Ross Weber, his former colleague, has been stealing from me. Chris Ishmael could be named Yuri Kruk. He's Turkish. He's been stealing. Bob Zielik from Expedia, I called him on May 17th and explained to him that his subsidiaries were attacking me. And the next day, Conversant, the parent company of CJ, Commission Junction, the one that delivers me these apps, these affiliate apps that can book travel, Conversant hacked my servers. I got their IP address. I got the time. They did it multiple times over those 3 or 4 days after I called Bob Zielik. And then I started discovering that Expedia is hacking these CJ apps, these Commission Junction apps that they are delivering to me, have the keys to the front door of my world. And CJ's given the keys to it. I don't need to allege. This video of the evidence is going to start right then. I'm going to show you how Expedia has taken over my websites, particularly my hotel websites. And they're doing it on an epic scale around the world, I allege. I lost, they stole. Someone in this group stole London.viajes and Mexico.viajes. Removed from my account. So, these videos show domain hijacking. I've caught them. I allege I've caught them. They're hijacking my domains. And I'm asking, this time I'm sending this to the press. I am going to sue Expedia and Kayak. This will be, you're getting sued. I'm just telling you. I will find someone to sue you. Well, Darren, I called the regular line, and apparently now I'm just being transferred to you.
That's always been the case. When you're Premier Services, you get an assigned account manager, and whenever you call in any of the departments, they'll get you over to your account manager.
Okay, well, I was told last night, because I've been on, I kind of think I'm onto something here, Darren. You have an SEO department that you've never told me about. And last night on the general line, they said, we'll transfer you over to the SEO, and they'll answer all your questions. We have a SEO department that is for questions just like that, but they're gone now. But call back tomorrow, and so I'm calling for the SEO department. Can you transfer me there?
What is it that you're looking for? Because the SEO department is not. They're there to basically sell you SEO services.
Okay.
Is that what you're looking for? Or
Yeah. Why don't, yeah.
Search engine results.
I have a question about SEO. Can you just transfer me there?
Unfortunately, that's not what they're going to be there for. They're basically there for SEO sales.
Well, no, I said I had a question about SEO.
I understand.
So
what
can
is
you?
Your question?
Well, I want to know why some of my domains could be searchable, better searchable. So isn't that what SEO is all about? Why aren't you transferring me there?
Because we're actually designed to help you first. And like I said, the SEO department, they're there to sell you SEO services. They're not there to answer questions about search engine results. Like why your domains may or may not be showing up for certain searches and things like that. And, I'll be honest with you, just to kind of protect you, Sean, I just don't know that paying for, the type of SEO services that we would have. I mean, you're probably talking for the domains that you have, the GTLDs, you're probably talking spending thousands of dollars to get your domains to be searchable and end up in the search engine rankings and whatnot. So I don't want to put you in a position where you're going to spend more money than what you're going to be recouping from those websites.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't actually talked to you about.
Right. Okay. Hey, Darren, I want to say this is a very monumental day today.
Okay.
Last evening, it was an incredible event. So if you don't want to look at it, that's fine. I understand. But it's such a big event that I think it's worth looking at because you won't go to the Google box, but I'll do it for you. For the first time, hotels.viajes, for the very first time, if you don't put a period around it or between hotels.viajes, for the very first time last night in 2 years, you could Google it. Now, for the very first time, you can type in the word hotels space viajes and my website pops up. For the very first time.
That's great. That's good. That's good news.
Now, Darren, I have called 2 entities regarding what I believe is domain hijacking. And I believe domain hijacking is going on here. So...
Nope, Sean, I'm going to stop you right there. We're not going to get into this domain hijacking conversation again for the 3rd day in a row.
Uh-huh. Why? Why don't you want to get into it? And why are you the one blocking me on this?
Because we're not going to discuss this.
Why?
Sean, we've gone over this time and time again. We've looked at the exact same things. When you're talking about Google search engine results, nothing here proves domain hijacking.
What do you mean nothing? You haven't looked at anything. You choose not to look. You choose.
The last 2 phone calls I spent 2 days ago, Sean, you and I spent an hour and 40 minutes on the phone, and you showed me numerous things on Google with the searches that you're finding with codes in the hyperlink or the links there are on other people's websites saying that proves domain hijacking. It doesn't prove any domain hijacking.
I need to speak to somebody in SEO so I can have a more definitive answer.
I'm not going to get you over to somebody at the SEO in the SEO department to discuss the exact same thing.
Well, I would like to know how my website, hotels.viajes, was now reachable after I've been making complaints.
That has nothing to do with it. You complaining has nothing to do with your site showing up in the search engine rankings or not.
Okay? Darren, I think you're in on this.
Okay, Sean, we're not going to go into accusations. If we're going to do that, we're going to end the phone call right now.
I need you to transfer me to the SEO services.
I'm not going to transfer you to anybody at this point because these questions we've gone over time and time again. It's the same answers. I see that you called in last night and you get the same answer. I spoke with my technician yesterday. We got the same answer. Your sites are fine.
I'd like to speak to your technician.
It's not going to happen.
Darren,
Sean,
you're suspicious to me. You are very blocking me. You're not compassionate.
If you're going to put accusations on me that I'm in on this somehow, we're not going to continue the conversation.
I'm just trying to figure out why you are the least helpful of anyone I ever call at GoDaddy.
I'm trying to move you forward away from these things that you think are going on. So you can actually work on your websites, work on things that matter, work on things that will impact you.
Oh, last night you were saying, hey, last night you told me that you hire your websites being built out. You hire that out. No, I don't. I build them myself. And now today you're telling me or suggesting I build them. But last night you mentioned I didn't build them, or yesterday.
No, what I told you was at one time, it was over a year ago, I don't remember exactly when, but you had told me that you hired developers to develop a website for you.
Oh, well, that's true. But last night it was... Okay, fine.
Well,
last night you said...
You never hired anybody.
I said I build my own websites, and I didn't...
You do now, yes.
I didn't hire... Hey, listen. I built all of my websites. What I meant to say is I had somebody build a server so it wouldn't get hacked, and they got right in. So
okay.
That's the only thing I've done. So
I wasn't wrong in saying that.
Hey, listen, it's not about that. It's about the theft and domain hijacking. So I believe
happening, Sean.
What do you mean it's not happening? Why? If I am alleging a crime and you're saying I'm not going to let you talk to anybody?
Here's the thing, Sean.
What?
I've requested this before.
What?
I'm going to request it again, and then we're going to finish this phone call.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have you send me documentation and proof in an email. Not a video that you have on YouTube that's 2 hours long of things that we've already looked at, but proof that you can actually show me hard evidence that your domains have been stolen and or have been hijacked. And then we'll take a look at it. Okay?
Hey, Darren, Boston.fish, where is it? It doesn't show. Now, hotels.viajes is today pulling up. Why? Why in the last 24 hours it's finally pulling when I have been complaining for 2 years?
I don't know, but your complaints have nothing to do with that.
Oh, I think they do. I think I'm on to the fact that
Okay, Sean, let's not continue this conversation. I just told you what we can do, how we can help you. Okay?
All right, well then I want to buy some, I want to inquire about purchasing some SEO. Can you transfer me?
Sean, at this point, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Because I'm not going to do that. So once you have that information, send it over to me, and I can investigate those things, okay? I can take a look at those things, but I need you to send that information to me in an email.
You're deflecting. I've sent you information before, and I have a lot of information I can send you now.
You sent me links. You sent me links to YouTube videos I don't have 2 hours to watch YouTube videos of the same things that we go over for an hour and 40 minutes on phone calls, of you searching Google and finding links that somehow have an impact on your website when they're links for other people's websites.
Hey, I'm showing you my websites too. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
I
showing
know.
you I'm not the only victim here. And that's the
Okay.
reason I'm showing you those.
Sean, we're not going to continue this conversation, okay? So let's end now, okay? And what I'll ask you to do is send me hard evidence. Like, it has to be, like, there's no question about it. No, I suspect or I think. It has to be hard evidence proving somebody has stolen your domains or hijacked your website. Hard evidence. Okay?
Are you going to go into Google?
Right now? No, I'm not.
If you don't do it now, you're probably not going to do it later.
Again, if you can show me hard evidence and not just what you suspect or what you think is happening, okay? I need you to say, here is a definitive bit of information showing this, this, and this. And this is why this is happening. Not, I believe this is happening because I saw this.
I'm going to...
Okay, once you have that information, send it over to me and we'll take a look. Okay?
No, it's not okay. Nothing is okay right now.
All right, well, that's what we're going to leave this phone call with right now, okay? I got about $3,000 more to go, and then 1,000 more for Christmas. So, if you want to spend some time working on that, go ahead and we'll get off the phone now so you can start working on that, Sean, and then send it over to me. But again, it has to be hard evidence. Nothing that's just you suspect or you think this might be X, Y, and Z. Okay?
Hey, Darren.
Yes, Sean.
I'm fascinated that hotels.vi is searchable. How is that?
Okay. Again, Sean, that's not something we're going to get into. So we'll finish the phone call now, and I need you to send me information that's hard evidence proving, not just an accusation or a thought, but an actual bit of proof showing hijack.
Well, the proof is in the video. So...
Okay, I don't have 2 hours to watch a video where, again, you're just going onto Google and showing what you're searching for, and you're seeing things come up, and you think that one thing is related to another. That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't give you hard evidence or facts saying this is evidence showing that this has been hijacked. That's just, you believe that something is hijacked because this is what you see.
Can you answer this question for me? Why do some of my URLs, domains, GTLDs, why do some pop up when I Google and most do not? Why is that?
Why do some come up?
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, I've been telling you.
In the search engine results, because that's how the internet works. I can put up 20 websites, Sean, and not all 20 websites are necessarily going to come up in the Google search, in the Google box.
Let's try it. You got 20? Let's try it.
Nope, not going to do that.
Why? I want to see. I want to try it.
For one, I don't have 20 different websites that I've designed.
No, you said you could put up 20, and so.
I said I could potentially put up 20 websites.
Okay.
Right? If I wanted to develop 20 websites, I could do that.
Right. Okay.
And they're not all going to show up. Especially on GTLDs. GTLDs are not a prevalent domain.
Hey, these GTLDs are working. The future of the internet is here, and they're working just fine. Except for the ones that are.
I believe GTLDs are valuable, and I do believe that they are something that works because that's why they were created. However, GTLDs are not the primary domain that people use for building sites.
Well, of course not. They're new to the scene. You know that.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Where's...
All right. So we're gonna like I said before, let's end this phone call now.
No,
And you look for that hard evidence and you send it over to me, okay? It's the last day of the month, Sean, and honestly, if I can spend some time on this.
I don't want you to spend any time. I didn't want to get transferred to you. I wanted to be transferred to your SEO department.
Well, that's not.
I'm asking you not to spend any time on this.
I understand that, but I'm your account manager, and that's not going to change. And I'm the one that's working on this with you. So, again, when you have evidence, send it to me, and I'll take a look at it. Other than that, we can't move forward.
Hey, Darren.
Yes, Sean.
I'm done working with you. You are not going to like me over the weekend. You will fucking hate me for the rest of your life. I think you're in on this. I've recorded.
How about you stop with the threat?
No. No, I think you're in on this.
Okay, in the last 3 days, you've accused me of hacking your website.
Because you're not helping me. No, I haven't accused you of hacking. Have I accused you? I've recorded, and this call's being recorded. So.
You said that you believe that I'm in on it with these hackers.
And I totally think you are possibly in on this.
You're threatening me, saying that you're going to do something over the weekend that's going to make me hate you.
You're never going to work with me again. I am turning this into your legal department. I think that there are a lot of, I think that the domains at Uniregistry and GoDaddy are hijacked. Not all of them, but mine, the ones that I've had. And I have suspicion to think that a lot of these that are being hijacked are at Uniregistry and GoDaddy. So, niece.viajes, GoDaddy domain, not mine. Niece.guide is a GoDaddy domain. It's not mine, but it's hijacked. I could go down the list. And you do not care. You are trying to tell me they're not when I think they are. And I believe that there are thousands of victims that have parked domains that are hijacked. And they're hijacking parked domains. And they're not hijacking the website, they're redirecting the website. So there's a difference in the hack. The websites are either an XML RPC redirect or a relay in the favicon, or they are completely hijacking the parked domain. And I have proven exactly how they're doing it. And you don't want to hear it. And that's what's going on here. And I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that you don't want to hear it and you don't want to transfer me to somebody means that I am suspicious of you. And you have done nothing to help me over 2 years of me complaining. You go, oh, I don't know how they're getting into the PH or that HTTP the FTP access in the server, how they were getting in. You wouldn't even address it. You would just say, let's delete it, and then the next day they're in again with FTP access. That was back in the day when I was first dealing with these guys, and I couldn't understand why you wouldn't help me. And then I can think back multiple times when you don't care about the things I'm discovering. You just want me to keep building websites, and I'm telling you they're getting hacked. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you. I have a bomb, what do they call that? Bomb breaking news. What is that called? Bomb evident. What? I forget what it's called. Explosive evidence showing Expedia has hacked hotels.viajes, and I was able to determine that not by a Chrome or a Firefox browser, but by a Tor browser. And you don't even want to see that. And that I haven't put online yet. But that is an incredible event. Watching the Tor browser sniff out Expedia's hack on your GoCentral site. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And the fact that you don't want to help me on this, I have red flags popping up everywhere with you.
Sean, again, never said I don't want to help you. I said you need to allow me to help you. You showing me things that you think
Bombshell.
and you suspect doesn't help us. Okay? Everything that we've looked at that you say that you suspect is hijacking has proven to not be hijacking. So, if you can show me something that is hard evidence that proves that you're being hijacked, then we can look at it, okay? Until then, there's nothing we can do.
I have questions about SEO that I don't think you're qualified to answer. Can you transfer me, please?
I cannot.
And your reason why?
Sean, any questions that you have, you can ask of me.
And you haven't given me you're not qualified to answer the question.
You don't know that.
You're
accusing me of not being qualified for it.
Why is Boston.fish, when it was last week, Googleable and it's not now? It was last week. Now it's not.
Well, nobody here can answer that question for
How
me.
do you know? Transfer me to SEO. Transfer me to SEO. How do you know?
You'd have to contact Google for that.
And you and I both know no one is able to contact Google. So why don't you transfer me to SEO, somebody who is a professional at this?
Sean, I'm not transferring you to the SEO department to ask these same questions. It's just not going to happen. Okay, Sean, 23 minutes have gone by. We've gotten nowhere. I'm going to end this.
All you had to do is transfer me. It would have taken 1 minute. You're the reason we wasted 23 minutes. You are the reason.
Send me the information I've asked for, and then we'll move forward, okay?
I'll send you the complaint that I'm sending the FTC and the FBI and Homeland Security, and you will be part of it. I'm not accusing you. I think that you might be covering up something here. So that I am going to put in my complaint. I get nowhere with you, and you refuse to look at the evidence that I have discovered. You refuse to look at it, and I think that is a problem. And I am very, very concerned that, hey, look, Frank Schilling, or whatever his name, Frank, whatever, I have talked to him. He told me, hey, Sean, yeah, you registered 795 domain, or didn't register. You pointed your name.com domains. I had 795 of them. I pointed the name servers there for him to allow them to be shown, the URL to be shown. And you know what his answer was? Well, you never clicked that button. There was no button to click to have the URL shown online. I pointed the name servers to him for them to show. And his rep, who I forget, I have it written down, is the one that showed me that they were going to show. They showed for a week, and then they stopped producing, and I couldn't realize it. And then I found in my search that an old link that was still out there for Napa.Viajes. Look up Napa.Viajes. And then you could see that was at Uniregistry. It's at Afternic now. But there are a lot of people involved in this. Stealing. And they're stealing traffic. They're hijacking park domains. And you know what? There are multiple victims. A lot of them are, a lot of the domains that I have found to be hijacked are parked at GoDaddy. And so the fact that you care not about that, you refuse to pass this information along, is concerning to me. Why? Why do you not pass that along? Because I allege there are multiple domains at GoDaddy hijacked that are parked.
And Sean, we've looked at every one of those domains that you've brought to us, and none of them have shown any evidence of being hijacked.
Oh, you have no idea. You are just saying what you're just talking. You're just talking. You are just talking.
All right, are we done? I've asked for that information. Send it over to me when you have it, and I'll take a look, okay?
I'm not going to send you information because it's wasting my time with you. I've been wasting my time with you for 2 years. I even told you in the beginning, I get more help from the general line. I think it was Amy a month ago, Darren doesn't help me. You've offered me more help on this call than Darren has for 6 months. And you don't. It's awful calling you. And I have spent, let's say, a half an hour and 2 hours the day, 2 or 3 days ago, and no help. Zero. All you do is fight with me. When I am definitely pointing out evidence of domain hijacking, you throw it under the rug.
Sean, you're pointing out suspicion. That's all you're doing.
Okay. It's not worth talking. You're not gonna do anything even if you find it. I found it on its face. The fact that hotels.viajes today is Googling is astronomical. I've been trying to get that thing to Google and for 2 years.
It's great that your domain is now searchable and found on Google. That's not a bad thing. You're acting as though that's a bad thing right now. That is a good thing that your domain can be found on Google.
And you're just
Unless you
talking.
don't want it to be found.
Okay.
If you don't want it to be found, that's a different case. But obviously, you want it to be found. It can be found now. That's a good thing.
You're deflecting. Isn't it ironic that I've been complaining for the last 3 days?
No. There is no correlation about you and I speaking for 3 hours over the last 3 days, and your domain can now be searched on Google. That has nothing to do with it. That's not how Google or search engines work.
We're not talking about search engines and Google. We're talking about
yes, we are.
Domain hijacking.
Sean, all right. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep going around in circles. So we've got to end this phone call. Okay?
Okay. All right. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to talk to you again. Okay?
Well, I'm your account manager, so if you have any questions or need any help, you're going to reach me.
Yeah. Fine.
So let's move past this. Let's just keep working on your account. Keep working on websites. Ignore what you see, what you think is hijacking, because it's not. And we'll just keep moving forward, okay?
Okay, wait a second. That almost sounded like our president. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. I love it. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. I think, Darren, in the end, I won't be surprised if you're in on this. I won't. You have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Sean Chalfin, and I want to show how I allege Expedia and their hackers, Chris Ishmael and Ross Weber of ClickTripZ and Tiki.com, I allege are hacking me. And so here is the, I believe, the Safari browser. This is the Safari browser. And here is hotels.viajes, my website. And there is nothing here that you could see that's evident in my website getting hacked. Now, I'm not receiving any hits. And Commission Junction, parent company Conversant, they're the ones that provide me with this Expedia booking engine. Now, I've been complaining to CJ.com, Commission Junction, for over a year that I believe that I'm getting hits here, lots of them, on hotels.viajes, and I'm not getting paid. And Expedia and their hackers have completely taken me out of the deal here. Now, again, you cannot see this on the Safari browser. Now, these apps right here, or these booking engines, they're provided by Travel Payouts, and Chris Ishmael and Ross Weber use this, and they have been able to break in to both this and this through the having access to the HTML. They're getting in through the Expedia app that Commission Junction is providing me. And they provide this to me with an email from expedia@cj.com. Now, this, again, is Safari. You can't see anything wrong with this. I'm going to hit refresh. It pops up. You just can't, there's nothing wrong with this. So it looks. So I'm going to just reduce this, and I'm going to show you Google's browser. Again, Google Chrome. Again, you can't see anything wrong with this. Google Chrome. Now, this is a very secure encrypted browser, and we're starting to see that this encrypted browser doesn't like what's going on right here in the travel payouts. I'm going to hit refresh. I don't think anything happens here with refresh other than the trackers, I believe. It's saying there's 12 trackers blocked. Well, I don't have trackers other than Google Analytics in my website. So there are 12 trackers installed that are stealing, redirecting, monitoring this website. Now, you probably can figure out what browser that is, but I don't want to disclose. However, it is a unique browser, and it's rated high. So I'm going to close this out. Now I'm going to show how Expedia has been caught. Again, look at the way this app should look. Again, that's, by the way, that was Safari, and the Expedia app looks like this. This is Chrome, and the Expedia app looks the same. So now I'm going to show you probably the most secure and reputable browser on the web. Now, again, look at what's going on here. This is Chrome. That's the way that should look. But here you're seeing that this booking engine here is actually really Expedia's website. Now, I know you're going to say that, hey, this isn't, but watch what this does here. I'm going to reset this. And it won't even take it now. This Tor browser is sniffing out something going on right here. And this add your property was down here earlier. Here we go. I hit the refresh on this Tor browser. And it doesn't like this booking engine because it says it's hacked. Now, watch this. They're redirecting me. Now, watch this. I'm going to open up another window in the Tor browser, and we're just going to type in Expedia.com and see if their booking engine shows up, because their booking engine isn't hacked. You see this? Again, this is what their booking engine looks like. Look at the warnings that are coming up here. This is an attack by Expedia. I just lost it. And my traffic and my commission is getting stolen. That could be an account number. But this is very interesting information. So I know what's happening here. What's happening is earlier, this screenshot that I took, you see this trvl-px.com? This, I believe, is a Ross Weber, I allege, because it's registered in the same place tiki.com is, and I think in downtown Seattle. And this is the... I believe they put this in the header, and this is domain shadowing. This is the link that is domain shadowing my hotels.viajes. So I think it's really interesting that I have been complaining about this link, which I believe is Ross Weber, and it is directly the umbilical cord that is stealing from me. So I've caught these guys. The Tor browser caught these guys. I can't get that damn thing off there. There it is. So again, I want to pull up the Tor browser here and hit refresh. See, Expedia doesn't have the Tor doesn't give Expedia a hard time. But it gives my website a hard time. And, oh my gosh, look at what just happened here. Oh. You see that earlier? It was the Expedia. There's just too much stuff going on. You saw the Expedia engine, and now you see it, now you don't. That's what's going on here. But at least I have it on video where it changed. You just saw it change. And that is on video. So you just saw a significant change in the way that browser looked. It went from what it looks like on Expedia's site to the way it should look like. Back to actually, This is just really bizarre. Okay, this is very unusual here. I know I'm using an encrypted browser. However, I'm watching something show up in here when I hit the refresh. And again, I think they're mirroring this site. Expedia is mirroring this site. This shouldn't be here, by the way. This is in its own iframe right here, HTML. But this is the part they're hacking me from. Now, that is interesting because I never put that there on the front page. And this is the front page of hotels.viajes. But watch right, do you see that? There's something right there. Watch this again. I'm going to hit refresh. And there's a website. Yeah. This thing has been mirrored. And you may think you're on hotels.viajes, but I see a header right here. It said about Expedia. They're still stealing from my website, I allege. Watch this again. So, and this is very unusual because Expedia shouldn't be asking whether or not I'm a human on my own site. Maybe their booking engine is trying to do that, but that is unusual right there. So this is evidence, in my opinion, that Expedia has taken over my site. I'm going to do it one more time. See if I can. I tried to increase the size. Now let's do it. Oh, it doesn't show it when you take it out of its frame. Let's just put it in a regular size. And now let's do it, because when you expand a website further than what it's supposed to be expanded, it changes the format. Let's watch it again. Yeah, underneath here is an Expedia site. They've overtaken this site, which they've been doing every day since the day I launched it a year and a half ago. Incredible. Vivo.viajes. This is my website right here. Vivo, what I suspect is Vivo.guide, but Vivo.guide ran out of money. Their website is down. Vivo.viajes would be my website, and all you have to do is just cut, paste this, and you'll see that Expedia, we're going to Google this. This is their code word for Vivo, their marker, and there is Vivo.guide. There's Vivo.viajes. Vivo.guide. Now, Vivo.guide ran out of cash. Their website is down, but my website, Vivo.viajes, doesn't pull. Now, I want to show you what I believe is to be Vivo.travel. And Vivo.travel Vivo.travel is right here. I mean, it's as clear as day, Vivo.travel. And they're using that word. Vivo Travel. They're trying to capture that traffic. Beer.viajes, my domain. Right there. Beer.viajes. You'll never be able to pull it. But you can with Expedia. It's right here. They have stolen, hijacked, I allege, hijacked my domain, beer.viajes. And so let's look at this marker and see what they're calling beer. Beer.viajes. That word. So is there a beer.travel? Maybe so. Right there it is. Let's just Google this. Well, that's the same marker. You're going to get the same thing. So beer.travel and .car is an extension, but I don't know if there's one there for that. Maybe at one point. So let's see if there is a beer.travel. Beer.travel. And it's just, it's kind of a basic landing page. And it has an XML RPC right there. Redirect link. So beer.travel is a landing page, and beer.viajes. So let's see if we can Google beer.travel. It does not pull. It does not pull. I believe that this domain is hijacked. Just like my domain, beer.travel. Remember, they should pull, or beer.viajes. There's my domain, paris.viajes. Beer.viajes should do this. It doesn't. What does do that is Expedia. Beer.viajes, in my opinion, has been hacked. Beer.travel pulled, I thought. Oh, up here it did. And I think it did down there. But if you just Google the word beer travel, you'll never find it. You'll never find it. Because Expedia has stolen the SEO. Here is Vegas.viajes. Now, there's my site. That's what it's supposed to do. Beer.viajes did not do that. But when you go down here, you start seeing Expedia's marker. And their marker I got this backwards. There's Vegas.travel if there's one. So let's just do that marker the other way. Dot viajes. There it is in destinations. There it is in guide. And there it is in viajes. So they don't even call it beer because their algorithm. Oh no, this is a Vegas.viajes. So there's Vegas.viajes. Now let's see if it comes in guide or travel. And we know we have it in Afterneck. So beer.guide, which is just a great domain. There it is, and it's a Uniregistry. And Uniregistry had 795 of my domains, and they did this to them. I allege they did all of this. They encrypted them right in, not encrypted, but this little algorithm, they put it right into Expedia's site and got all the commission for those for almost a year. Vegas.viajes. Now, let's see if there's a beer.travel. I know we got the beer guide. And there's beer travel. So those three websites are getting attacked by what I allege Expedia. So now let's do 3 or 4 more. Maui.viajes is my website. Maui.viajes is right there. We are going to get the marker here. .guide. I never find anything on the second page, but on the third page sometimes. So Maui, we just have Maui guide, and let's just see if there's a Maui guide and a Maui travel, but we do want to get that marker just to show that Maui.viajes, my domain, is right here. And I want to show that Expedia is calling this the Maui marker. Right there it is. That's the .guide, and there's my domain. So let's see if there is a Maui.viajes, which is my domain. You can't discuss, it's buried right here. Maui, we already proved that. So Maui.viajes is my Afterneck domain, once pointed at hotels.viajes. And then let's see if there is a Maui guide. There it is. It's parked. So now you see that, and it's a Uniregistry domain. So again, Frank Schilling took 795 of my domains, and he did this to him. He never paid me a dime. So now, this is crazy. This is called domain hijacking. Now let's move on. Let's move on to Nice.viajes. That's my domain. Was once pointed at hotels.viajes. So, Nice.viajes is right here. Look what pulls up. Expedia. They're hijacking my domain. There is a guide. Let's see if there's a .travel. Guide. That's .guide. So, niece guide if you put it in the URL, there it is. Let's just look for that. There it is. Niece guide. But it would never get discovered if you were just being a normal person and putting in, but algorithms know that that's a new URL. So let's just go up here and see if niece.guide is there. And it is a domain that is, I know, is parked at GoDaddy. And this is a very cool landing page. Very cool. So this landing page, unless you type it in the URL, will never get discovered. Because I allege that when you type in my domain, it starts popping up here. Where is it? Right here. They've got it. They've got the SEO blocked. Let's do Toronto.viahays. And there's Toronto Guide. Toronto Guide. Now, when it switches to travel up here, on most occasions, though, the guide is not available and travel is. So the guide, remember I hit on Toronto Guide down here, right here. That one went to destinations. We'll see if there's a Toronto Guide. And then my viajes is on the third page. So, just to show you, Afterneck, my domain, and then Toronto.guide used to be a website. I think it's travel because that's how it popped up. Nope, that one went down too. Well, those were once websites, but poor guy that had .guide, he doesn't have a website there anymore. But they were using that SEO. So I have a feeling that this is not doing any good for them right now. The guide and the... Oh, there is a landing page for Toronto.guide. I must have misspelled that. So, I can't see anymore. So, Toronto.guide. Toronto.guide. Right there. That's Toronto.guide. There was never a Toronto guide or travel, but maybe I don't think there was. Okay, so I only want to do a couple more and we'll be done. Sydney.viajes, my domain. Right there, Expedia. Stealing the search, hijacking the domain. Now, let's click on that so we can get the marker. And all I want is the marker. And I'm just going to get a little adventuresome here, just typing in the marker and see what happens. Sydney, Expedia, right here, Sydney.travel. So there's probably a Sydney.travel. We're just going to Google Sydney travel. Come on. Of course, you're never going to find that, ever. But if we put it together, maybe there's not a Sydney travel. Wouldn't you like to have that domain? Unless it was getting stolen from. But Sydney.travel maybe was a website at one point. There's Sydney.guide. Sydney.guide, it's a landing page. Sydney.guide was right here. Sydney.viajes is my site, and it's right here. Sydney.guide would never get found because Expedia, I allege, has hijacked the search. And then the last one I want to do is a website that I have, wedding.viajes. There's my site. We Googled it. But if you Google it, this comes up. Wedding. The number Expedia has given .viajes. Remember, the way it should, and this is what just started happening, is hotels.viajes is my site. Right here. This is exactly what should be happening. But when you Google wedding.viajes, my site, look what happens. You get Expedia. And their marker for this word wedding is right here. Same. 178.751.guide.viajes. So that to me says there's a .guide, or at least one was there once, and the guy ran out of money. This guy's taking it on the chin just like me. So my site is wedding.viajes right here. And his site is wedding.guide. There it is. So this poor soul, wedding.guide, and me, we're in it together. We're never going to get discovered because Expedia is stealing the SEO. Now, of course, somebody puts it here with that period. You're going to find it. If somebody puts wedding.guide, hopefully, there it is, right there. But wedding guide, even it's in here somewhere for Expedia. You'll never find it. You'll never find it. because Expedia has killed the search, I allege.